Britain's biggest holiday camp at Pontins in Blackpool closed its doors after 50 years. No more will the British public be treated to the delights of blue coat entertainment, talent contests and knobbly knees competitions. So are we sad about this news? Do you think it's the end of childhood as we knew it?
Well, I think it is very sad, actually, because I loved it. I loved Pontins. It was my first holiday
ever. Was that the whole
ever.
of Pontins it's just
No, but that's like the big one in Blackpool. I mean, I don't know how many are left. I know the Camber Sands one is still there because I went last year and me and my family went for a long weekend and we just had an absolute ball. I mean, yeah, you know, the problem with it is it's kind of been... left alone. Let's just say it needs a lick of paint. Actually, it needs knocking down and starting again. Because, you know, I went there in 1970 and we went again last year and I swear to God it's not been touched. You know, the rooms are the same carpet. And it was in a bit of a state, but... You know, it's what you make it, isn't it? You know, and it's a very, very cheap place to go on holiday.
Yeah,
and people were, flocking there. It was great. I loved it.
I loved it. When we were little, we used to go to... we used to try and go abroad, and really it was only because of Pontins that we were able to afford it, because they had these places called Continental. Seriously. They had these hotels in Spain, in Torremolinos, that were called Continental 1 and Continental 2. And it was fantastic, and it was like, you know, the likes of us probably couldn't afford to go abroad if it wasn't for Pontins, and we tried things like consommé, which is like, do you know what that is? It's like a soup that looks like wee, basically. It's just like a clear
I would have said dishwater, Lisa Maxwell.
Well, sorry,
yes.
I meant dishwater.
Stock, isn't it, really?
But, you know, the likes of us would never have been able to find out about consommé if it wasn't for Continental.
But you say about... I think the trouble is, isn't it, that people can... an all-inclusive holiday now to Spain has probably cost the same as a week in a holiday camp here, and you get the weather. That's the trouble. I think it's a shame because... we never went, we always went to caravans and things like that by the seaside, but what I loved about when my boys were younger, in the Centre Parks thing, about how everything there, especially as a single mum, you could go and everybody had a good time. I'd go wandering off, have a few, and then try and get on my bike and fall over. I did, in front of the whole restaurant. I was sitting and the boys, people recognised me, and I go, how do you do? Hello, yeah. And I sat with a bottle of wine, didn't want to leave it, you know, night everybody, got on my bike in the dark, got halfway up the river, smack into a bush, and then everybody came out of the restaurant and saw me, and I, hello.
But, I mean, I know what you mean. I've taken my family to Centre Parks, which is brilliant. But, you know, I've been boring this lot senseless. Well, I do normally, but this time about caravans. Because we've just discovered the joys of going to, you know, the caravan parks. You know, there's Haven, there's one we go to in Dorset. There's, you know, there's a whole load of others. There's also Butlins as well. Finley's desperate to go to Butlins. Because, you know, they are still around. And like you say, it's an affordable family holiday. We can go with the kids, the dog, you know, get ourselves all wrapped up. They have pools undercover. It's not like
coats and blue coats that they've turned out over the years. Some of the best entertainers have come from.
Oh, the entertainment's brilliant.
Yeah,
and there's gates, you know, the kids can't get out, so you can get out. Leave the kids there. You know, it's brilliant. I'm very
Amy
sad.
loved it. I took her along. I went on my own a few weeks ago. Steve was away and Finley was away, so I went me and Amy and the dog, and she loved it because they had little kiddies disco. So she was there, then they had the teddies up on stage. I had to drag her off. She wanted to go and join in.
You've got years of this, Andrea.
Yes. Anyway, we need to get back to birthday girl.
The postman's been.
Because the postman's been,
right.
and we've got presents.
Oh, how lovely.
Right,
I'm
shall I go
first.
Okay, right. Now, Andrea, apparently last week on the show you were talking about your bin problems.
Oh, bin Jenga.
Oh, yeah. So you've got a problem with trying to get Steve to empty the bins.
No,
right?
I deliberately leave the bin for him to empty because it annoys him.
Because it annoys him. Right. Okay. So this might solve your problems.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Steve, empty the bin!
Can you hear that?
And we have a cake for you.
Oh, how lovely. What does it say?
I baked it myself. Foxy, still Foxy at 40.
Oh, lovely.
You know,
Thank
so
you.
pass
I like
that
She's 50.
Yeah, well, 40 is the new 50.
And to help you be naughty at 40 and
Yes.
shake off that Snow White image and go for the Wicked Queen instead.
Oh, I say.
What do you think, Steve?
You can have it. Oh, that's brilliant.
How pretty is that?
I like it, yeah.
I don't know where the other bit is. I'm sure.
No,
there
there's
must be
got a
something-
bit missing. It's bottomless.
Because we only work from the desk up.
Yeah. You should see what we look like under here. No. Thank you.